Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Go ahead and stack them.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, ladies and gents, and we are back here again with another action figure review, specifically a Spawn review! This time we're taking it all the way back to 1994, 95, I believe this figure came out. This, of course, if you guys are not familiar, this is Spawn, based on the movie Spawn. The movie that came out, I believe, in 97. Believe it or not, I actually did go to the movies to go see this Spawn movie. Actually, I went with my brother back in the day, and I thoroughly enjoyed it back in the day. I think back in the day was like one of the biggest special effects movies ever. It was like the movie that had the most special effects, or the movie that spent the most money on special effects. It was definitely groundbreaking for its time. So, this is actually, I do believe, don't quote me on this one, but I actually do believe it was the first black superhero movie ever made. So this was before Blade, this was before Black Panther, even though Black Panther, I think, is the first African-American comic book superhero, I think, written. Don't quote me on that one either. I could be wrong. I know you guys are gonna say, no, this person blah, 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 and that person, you're such an idiot. I try. I'm just a toy reviewer. I'm not an advocate of history, even though I do enjoy history. All right, so enough rambling. Let's take a look at this Spawn figure. Oh yeah, and if you guys are not familiar with my channel, I'm actually going to break out some other Spawn figures and other figures as well to do a comparison with this guy. All right, before we take a look at the Spawn figure, man, he feels so small in my hands compared to reviewing other figures, especially the past figures that I've been doing this past week, like giant figures compared to this 6-inch Spawn figure. Alright, so let's check out the detail, and this is one thing I love about this Spawn figure, is that he's very unique and he doesn't look like any other of your Spawn figures in your collection. He has this really glossy shine to it, which brings out the detail in this guy, and it's very rugged. He's a very veiny Venom. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. He's a very veiny Spawn, and I wish they would make a Venom figure like this guy. I apologize, my head is not in the right place. I just woke up and I had some popcorn and lemonade for breakfast, and yeah, that's what my diet consists of, I guess. I don't know. That's what happens when you eat too much popcorn. So, this is one of the few Spawn figures that I actually like from the movie. The other Spawn figures from this movie, as a Spawn collector, guys, I definitely don't recommend. But a lot of you guys, a lot of you Spawn collectors seem to like a lot of the movie Spawn figures. I don't really care for them, man. I think this one is one of the best. And also, he comes with accessories. I was going to do a comparison of the unmasked version, but I'll show you this guy first. So he does come with this big giant gun right here, kind of like a Tommy gun. I don't remember seeing this in the movie. I know he had a gun similar to this, but I don't think this existed right here. He does come with a belt that wraps around, well, it can either wrap around his waist, or you can wrap it around his shoulder, chest area. Actually, he comes with two, but my Blade figure is wearing the other one. And then he comes with this weird, futuristic gun that doesn't make any sense. Alright, So let's check out his articulation, or should I say lack thereof. You guys already saw some articulation when I was messing around with this character, this figure. Up and down, typical 90s articulation. Arms can go up and down, they can rotate. He does actually have a swivel at the wrist. Knee bend, legs move awkwardly because the shape of his hips. He kind of can sit in a Indian, I guess, Indian pose. You can't really get him to kick outwards because he's gonna be kicking awkwardly. So that's pretty much the articulation you get from this guy. That was back in the day. So let's break out the other Spawn figure. Now this guy right here, I actually thought he was a duplicate of this Spawn, the body, but no, overall he's a different figure, guys. I did not even know. I didn't even pay attention. As you can see, he does have the same sculpt. Actually, yeah, it's the same sculpt, but he has some things that are a little bit different. He has the spikes on him, which I kind of wish this Spawn would have had. And I wish this Spawn would have had a cape too. I wish it would have came with a cape. But I never really cared too much for this Spawn simply because of the horrible face sculpt. But now that I have him side by side, I actually do like him, guys. I actually do like him because he has the spikes that this other Spawn figure doesn't have. The mask version. So it's spikes on the shoulders, spikes on the leg, spikes on the shins right here. And also, the belt is different as well. See the belt? So yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that they really didn't do a repaint. Oh yeah, and I'm just now noticing his the sculpture, the design on his chest is different as well. So yeah, these are two different Spawn figures. With that being said, let me break out my winged Spawn. This is the deluxe, from the deluxe movie version right here. And this guy right here, I think he has the best of both worlds, and plus he has this awesome wing thing as well. If you guys want to see a review of this, check it out. But yeah, here are them side by side, and actually this Spawn has the best of both worlds because he actually has the spikes of this guy, and he has the same body, and he has the same face mask as this guy, and plus the edited wings as well. So I think the wing version, the ultimate version, is probably better than these other two Spawn figures because it's kind of the best of both worlds. Really nice, guys, really nice. And if you guys want to see a review of this Spawn figure, check it out. He does have a grappling hook right here that extends outward. I have him hanging from my shelf. One of my favorite Spawn figures. If there's a Spawn figure out there I can recommend, it's this guy right here. But this is not your review, Spawn, Wing Spawn. This is this guy's review. And having this guy in hand kind of makes me appreciate this Spawn figure just a little bit better. I have to admit, I actually do like and appreciate this Spawn figure right here, even though he has a ugly face sculpt. So the weapons that Spawn comes with is this gun that he cannot hold in his hand, which I don't know why they gave it to him. You might, if you want to, you can super glue this into his hand. I wouldn't recommend. He does come with the bullet belt. Like I said, you can strap it around his chest, which I don't really care too much for. And then he comes with this awkward gun, which he can hold in his hand, no problem, but it just looks stupid. Alright guys, so you saw the comparison of Wing Spawn. Let's break out some other figures and do some other comparisons. Alright, so here is the original Spawn from 1994 with the movie Spawn, and how far have we come? Right? I think this is like the 5.5 version compared to the 6-inch version right here. So the originator with the movie Spawn, I mean, yeah, they look about the same. I mean, if you were to bring this guy to life in real life form, I don't think he would look all that great, but yeah, there's the originator right there, the Spawn. To do some other comparisons, kind of with some characters and maybe another figure that McFarlane invented. Here's some Marvel Legends right here. This is kind of my custom green slime spawn Venom. If you guys didn't see a review of that Venom, actually I don't think I've ever did a review of the custom. I painted him, repainted him over again, so this guy has been through a lot of paint jobs over here, so I kind of wanted to make him a customized version. He was actually he had all the green slime over him, and then I painted it black again, and I just kind of left some green slime on him. I think he looks alright. At moments, I think he looks cool. At other times, I just think he looks like a piece of shit. But yeah, this is how they measure up with. This is how Spawn measures up with Spider-Man and Venom right here. Who would win, Venom or Spawn? Ooh, man, that's a tough one, dude. Ay, 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 ay. I'm gonna give the edge to Spawn. And then, just to do another comparison. My last comparison is I did a custom of Blade right here. I guess you can call it a custom. I just kind of threw a coat on him, gave him a gun, and gave him the bullet belt for Spawn right here. And a sword as well, an extra sword. So I guess that's what you want to call a custom. I tried to make him like the movie version. Speaking of Blade and speaking of Venom, the figures that I mentioned, I figure I would break out the figures and do a little comparison. So if you guys didn't see a review of that, check it out. If you care to see a review of Blade. Alright guys, so let me give you my rating of this Spawn figure. If you guys sat through this entire review, man, your attention span is better than mine. A very nice Spawn figure, very nicely detailed. I actually do like this Spawn for what he is. He's very simplistic. 20 some odd years later, he still holds up. He's still nicely done. So I do recommend him, man. I do recommend him if you love Spawn, especially if you love the movie Spawn. I definitely recommend this piece. So I'm going to be very generous on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. I'm going to give him an 8. It's not even a solid 8, but it's an 8, probably for nostalgic reasons. And also, he still holds up. He still holds up, man. Nicely done, nicely detailed figure. And he's not bad for a 90s action figure. He's not bad. Alright guys, so there was my little review of Spawn, movie Spawn to be exact. If you like this little review, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to win awesome sweepstakes. Not really, I'm lying. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in hell. No, I'm sorry. In the next review. Bye!